Guys, how's it going, and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Now today we're reacting to another clip from Would I Lie to You, and it has been a while, but we have finally got ourselves a mystery guest. This is mystery guest Neil, featuring Lee Mack, Paul Hollywood, who I believe is the guy who hosts the Bake Off, and Warwick Davis, who I know from Cole Pilkington. And yeah, I'm very much looking forward to getting into this one. This one was recommended to me by Madalena M, and yeah, I like the mystery guest because, as I always say, instead of just getting one person, there's three people and it's more stuff to decipher, and that's the part I like about the show the most. So yeah, very much looking forward to getting into this. And again, if you haven't seen the first Would I Lie to You video, which I put out, the surroundings are different because I'm staying somewhere else, and I'm sorry the lighting isn't as good as it usually is, but nevertheless that we will have to do. But no, yeah, very much looking forward to getting into this one, guys, and without further ado, let's get into the reaction. And
Please
here
welcome
we go,
this week's
guys.
special guest, Neil.
Hello, Neil Geezer. Dressed very nice.
So, Warwick, what is Neil to you?
Well, this is Neil, and he paid me to jump out of a tree in the park and propose to his girlfriend whilst dressed as an Ewok.
Okay, sure. Okay, big Star Wars
How do you
fans
know
then.
Neil?
This is Neil, he's my neighbour, and when he goes on holiday, I look after his parrot and take it out in the cage for a walk.
Nice, okay.
And finally, Lee, what's your relationship with Neil?
This is Neil, and to prove my manhood, I once assaulted a womble in front of him.
A womble.
So there we have
I'm
it.
not entirely sure
Warwick's
what that
park
is.
proposer,
I
Paul's
think it's-
parrot-walking neighbour, or Lee's womble witness.
don't
David,
know.
where do you want to begin?
Yes. So, Warwick,
Yes.
clarify exactly the transaction that you underwent with Neil.
He paid me to dress as an Ewok and propose to his girlfriend.
So, but if you propose to his girlfriend, you then might have to marry his girlfriend.
Good point.
It's on his behalf. I mean, himself and his girlfriend were huge Star Wars fans.
So you have got the costume at home just all the time? Just
Well, I was given one after working
Oh,
on
they
the
give you
film.
one. 'Cause
You ought to
you're-
get that on eBay. Then you wouldn't have to jump out of trees and propose to people.
Yeah.
You're
Earn
obviously
yourself a bit of money as
successful
well.
Actor, you know, obviously been in Star Wars, and you must have been doing better than having to pick the little jobs like this up.
Yeah, but I mean,
He's here, isn't he?
there are sort of ups and downs in any actor's career.
I say it again, he's here, isn't he?
What was your line? What did you have to say?
Well, I hopped out of the tree and I went yup yup, which is Ewok language for yippee.
Okay, okay.
And I said, on behalf of Neil, will you marry him? And thankfully she said yes. And then he
Okay.
came out from behind a bush.
Just, I don't...
See, what was he dressed as in this situation?
So the girl was in the park by herself.
And out of nowhere.
Behind a bush. He's not with her that day.
No.
You jump out of a tree dressed as an Ewok, saying yup yup. And she stayed still and waited to hear the rest of the sentence.
Now, Neil and I had organised it. She always went this way home from work. through
So
the
she
park.
was walking home from work as well. She
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
relaxing.
Was it after dark?
No, it was in the summer.
Okay.
So you knew she'd passed that particular tree.
Yes.
What was her name?
Tracy.
That is a name.
That is a name. Isn't it?
Yeah, he's got you there.
So you just walk away, leaving the two lovers together, and you just go home and feel...
That's an image, isn't it?
Mission
Them
accomplished.
kissing and in the distance, a little Ewok.
Just slowly walking off.
And a little wave.
Mission
Just as it goes over the
accomplished.
horizon.
Yup.
My job here is done.
It's like yeah.
As he's giving out the leaflets for the local restaurant.
And did you
Oh,
get
man.
invited to the wedding?
Yes, I did, yeah.
You did. Did you go?
No, I didn't go.
No.
There's no money in that.
Where did you go?
And how did it come about? How did he get in touch with you? And
Well, Neil came to a Star Wars convention that I was at.
Right.
And I knew him when I was a kid. I didn't really remember him, but then when he asked me that I'm going to propose to my girlfriend, she's a huge fan, you know, and offered me some money to do it. I mean, I still...
That's what friends are for.
been a progression of like, did he start with Han Solo and go, right, he doesn't want to do it?
All relationship starts with Han Solo.
Okay, well, let's move on to Paul.
Right, so what do we think, guys? Now, I've been dying to say this from the start. This Neil guy must be related to Bradley Walsh in some way. The similarity is uncanny. What do we think about this story? This is hilarious. And when that guy on the other table was saying it, like, planning out, like, talking about the whole procedure about this innocent woman just walking through the park out of nowhere, and Ewok jumps down from the tree, and there's a guy in the bush, and if someone was spectating that, oh my god. But no, do we think this is true? I mean, again, it's a crazy story, isn't it? And when they do get crazy, you could believe that it's true. I mean, I was thinking to myself, why didn't he go to the wedding, though? I mean, I guess if you're getting paid to do the job, but still, I don't know. Like, if it would have just been to walk up to her in the Ewok costume, I could have believed it. But having to jump out a tree, like, that, I don't know, mate. I don't know. That's the only thing that's throwing me off a little bit, but I'll tell you what, it definitely is somewhat believable. And yeah, let's move on to, I don't know if it's Paul or Lee next, but yeah, let's see who it is.
Now, Neil is your neighbour.
Yeah.
And he owns a parrot.
Yes.
Why does the parrot need walking?
It needs to get out in the fresh air.
So you walk down the road just with the parrot in a cage?
Well, he's actually got...
It's not
like
great exercise for the parrot, that, is it?
No.
It's to get the air. It's to get the air, and it keeps
Couldn't
them
you just use a hairdryer?
No.
What colour is the parrot?
Well, it's got a blue head and sort of bronzy
Bronzy?
wings.
Blue head, brown wings.
Yeah, a little dark
Sure,
down
it's
the
not a
bottom. Jello.
pigeon.
It's bright blue.
I mean, you seem to me too busy to be doing that as well. What does your neighbour do for a job?
Poor Warwick, but he doesn't seem too busy to be doing jumping out of a tree.
I think you'd take it into the garden, just let it get some fresh air.
It's actually the movement. He wants to see where,
Well,
you
you
know,
could
around.
walk round the garden, couldn't you?
He could do,
You know
but...
those washing lines on a pole that spin round? Just attach it to that.
That's an idea. The neighbours might be a bit shocked to see that, though.
Paul,
We live in a village, and literally just up the lane, there's a little path which breaks out to the wheat fields, and literally, I don't go as far as I normally walk the dog, but about halfway up the field and back. He offered me to have this, it's like a haversack. It's weird. And it's got a connection, you can actually hold it on your back.
No way.
What, like the babies?
In the cage?
In the cage.
Oh, I thought you meant without the cage, and I thought
Oh, no.
it could take off.
Now, what about Lee?
Oh wow, that was a quick one, guys. Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird one, isn't it? Like, I don't know. There wasn't really much to go off. I mean, he named the colours on the parrots quite quickly and convincingly. Bright brownish or brown, brownish wings with a blue head. You'd have a compartment on your back to carry the entire cage. I mean, really? I don't know. It's a weird one. I feel like compared to the first one we saw, though, I don't think it is going to be this one, because it usually is with these, the ones that are the craziest are the ones which are true. And it's a lot crazier for Warwick to jump out a tree onto a woman than it is for Paul to be walking a parrot. But I don't know. I don't know. We'll see how we feel at the end. But right now, I'd say that Warwick is ahead for me. But yeah, Lee, what have you got to say?
Oh, Lee, the Womble assault.
Yes.
Tell the story.
Well, there was a womble.
What is a womble?
No, there wasn't. Wombles don't exist. It's a lie.
It's not an actual womble, it's a toy womble. And the story is I went away on holiday when I was 16, and it was me and Neil and another friend of ours, John, and we went to a little caravan site in Blackpool, and I took the womble with me because I had this womble since I was a little kid. And I don't know why, but I took it on holiday with me, and when I opened the suitcase, them two mercilessly took the mickey out of me, and I said, ha, that old thing, I don't even know how it got in there, and to prove my manhood, I got a pair of scissors, cut its ears off, and then burnt it on the fire, and was devastated, but I tried to show my manhood by just not being bothered. I don't bother about that, so...
Did you cry later on?
I was crying as I did it inside.
I bet you
I
do.
started laughing. It's a bit like this show.
I will say, Lee, to me, you have never seemed more human.
Yeah, I feel exactly the same.
How did your friends react when you sliced up the womble with the scissors? Did they go, yeah, you're a great lad? Or were they...
You and your boy talk.
Yeah.
It was a pretty rough comprehensive you went to, wasn't
Yeah.
Yes, they all said, you are a great lad. Together, as they chanted and rang their bells at the same time. You are a great lad, a great lad. They danced around me and put up the maypole.
The maypole.
How did your friends react when they saw you? Did they sort of go, oh yeah, that's great, ha ha ha, he's one of the lads still? Or did they go, oh my God, he's a maniac?
Right. They're really having a bit of fun going, it's your womble. They didn't expect me to. No, it's not.
Yes, you burnt
I
it
burnt
as
his
well.
face against the fire in those.
Sorry, I've forgotten that bit. Priceless. I better burn its face so that I seem normal.
We need an answer, David. Is Neil...
Right, what do we think, guys? I think it's Lee. I think it's Lee, mate. Just because, like David said, like when he was first telling that story, all of the comedy, all of the thinking a joke is going to come next was gone with Lee. And it was just a proper heartwarming story. And I don't know. I'm really torn between Warwick and Lee. But I felt a little bit emotional because obviously, like if you've seen it in my other videos, in the back of my room, I have my teddy bears, and I've had them since I was a child. Like literally the day I was born, I got them, and I could, even if I turned up on holiday with them, like if someone said cut them up, I'd be like no. So I don't know. That's the one thing that's throwing me. But if Lee wanted to impress, fair enough. I don't even know, guys. I don't even know. I'm gonna say that it's Warwick. I think it's Warwick, but yeah, let's see what it is.
Warwick's park proposer, Paul's parrot walking neighbour, or Lee's womble witness?
Joan, what do you think?
Well, I think if I was a fan of Warwick and the show, I would think that would be quite a larky thing to do.
I genuinely hope it's not true about Lee, because I think that must have been a very upsetting thing.
Me too.
And then it must be very upsetting when the point came you realise you have to use that terrible moment in your past on a TV comedy show.
David, it is series 7. I'm
I'm
getting desperate.
I know.
By series 23, I'll be going, I had to see a child psychologist because Mummy left.
Oh boy.
Go on the show with an eye patch on saying, I blinded myself in one eye before the show. Who knows? Will it be an eye or a wound? I think the parrot one is the least plausible for me.
Yeah, that's
I
the
think
same.
Warwick's telling the truth. I think that's the closest to reality.
I hope it is.
I think I too.
He's got a
think
smirk
it's
on his
most likely
face.
to be Warwick that's telling the
Do you
truth.
think it's Warwick? You think it's
Yeah.
the Ewok? It's the jumping out of the tree and the proposal?
That's what
okay,
we're going with.
right.
Come on,
Neil,
we're in agreement.
would you please reveal your true identity?
Rob, my name is Neil, and I'm a friend of Lee's, and I witnessed the womble.
Wow. Wow.
I think I feel 1,000 years older.
Thank you very much, Neil. Okay.
Now, I'll tell you what. I have a lot more sympathy and a lot more love for Lee Mack than I already did, and it already was sky high because I love Lee. I think he's amazing. How could you do this? How could you make him do that? That's horrible. Like, obviously, if you look at it of what it is, like, it's just cutting up a toy. But if you have an attachment to it, like, I guess the wombles were like those things on the, like, CBBS where you sort of, I think I called them boo bars, where you just spin around. I can't even remember, but no, yeah, I feel for Lee there, and yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Madalena, thank you very much for the recommendation, and if you guys have any more Would I Lie to You clips you want me to react to, let me know in the comment section, and I'll see you guys later for the next video.